Hello, sir. Can I have minute attendance?
Hey, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and very good morning. We begin with Surah Fatiha. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghairil maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Ameen. Okay. Okay, for these two lectures, one is trusted operating system, the extension of our operating system security. We have I remove few of the slides that are outdated. So this we have only few slides, maybe only 7 points to discuss. And for database security, again I remove all those sensitive data. Okay, so till here for this course, for this semester, we will have these two contents from these slides. We'll have our curriculum review in August, so we'll have new contents. So for now, for this semester, we have these contents. Okay, so we begin. Let me do recording. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This one is our lecture 10. A trusted operating system. Okay, previous was the secure operating system. Basically, future is trustworthiness as compared to security. Because if we have just like a inclusion of AI, most of the crypto systems, they are easy to compromise. Trust is something different, that is a subjective term. Two people have trust, so no need to, they can share the password. But if we don't have the trust, so we have to go for cryptography. Okay, so trusted operating system. Okay, a security policy is a clear, consistent, and effective sets of rules that lay out what is to be secure and why. This was lecture 6, same policy. Policies can be formal specification or English. Guidelines are enforced by the system. Okay, example, password policies. For Unimas, it's a single identity, so it's a policy. A security model is a concrete representation of policy. Okay, so why use model? They give a concrete mental picture of policy, should be formal enough to allow analysis, proofs, and automated tools. For instance, we have can subject S obtain access to object O. So this one is, see, it's a concrete set of model. Interaction of implementation, model policy. System policy defined in terms of concrete model. Okay, usually. Policy on data takes priority over wishes of user. Okay. Mandatory access control based on policy, override access control, permission decisions of user. Okay. Discretionary access control, user specified rights as in window. So we have, see, policy on data take place means priority over wishes. Okay. So we have two MAC and DAC. A system is trusted if it meets the intended security requirement, is of high enough quality and justify the user's confidence. Okay, so we have secure system, we have trusted system. For secure system, we have either it's a secure or it's very we have 1 or 0. Either it's a secure or not secure. Here, degree of trustworthy, how much we trust. Okay. It's a property of a system. is a property of a user. Okay, how much a user trusts on the system. Asserted based on characteristics, judged based on evidences. You can say we have a lot of reviews about the product. Okay, so we can say we can trust the product, we can trust the system. Okay, it's a 1 or 0. Okay? It's a secure or not secure. It's absolute value. It's a relative to context. It's a goal, it's a characteristic. So this is the difference between secure system and trusted system. We have 4 major foundation of trusted system. One is policy. It's a requirement. It's a model, is a concrete, verifiable specification. Design, implementation of model, both functionality and construction method, and then trust. It's a features and assurance. This one is some example. Okay, it's a security kernel. We have trusted Solaris. Okay, then technologies aside trusted, developed with great care towards proper security performance. Okay, and then has undergone independent evaluation. So this one is still very generic, not limited to this. Okay. Okay, we have for lecture 11, we have database security. Okay, it's an introduction to databases, security requirements, and reliability and integrity. These are the basic one, very basic one. Okay, this one definition, very basic definition. Okay, it's a collection of data, a set of rules that organize the data by specifying certain relationship amongst the data. Okay, data item is stored in a file. So this one is very baseline. Then we have one is database. We have database administrator, and then we have the user. Okay, administrator, as the name indicate, someone who defines the rules that organize the data. Okay, who control who should have the access to what. Okay, for users, we are the users. Okay, the user interact with database through database manager. Okay, DBMS. So this one is beyond security, but still this one is not, but just background. Some background. What are these things? So advantages of using database, we have learned in databases is a single collection of data stored and maintained at one central location to which many people may have access as needed. Okay, the users are unaware of the physical arrangement. Okay, so these are the advantages of databases. Literature review. Shared access, minimal redundancy, consistency, integrity, controlled access. So these are the requirements. Okay, that is what we need to learn. The basic requirement for database are not unlike those of other computer system we have studied. The basic problems: access control, exclusion of false data, authentication of users, and reliability have appeared in many contexts so far. So what are the security requirements for database? So these are the security requirements. Physical database integrity, as the name indicates, a physical data. Data are immune to physical problems such as power failure, and someone can reconstruct the same DB if it is destroyed through any catastrophism. Logical database integrity. Element integrity. Integrity means nobody should modify, or at the end of the day, it can preserve. Element integrity, the data contain each element are accurate. Auditability, okay, who or what has accessed the element. Then we have access control, user authentication, and availability. So these are the security requirements for databases. Then we have, furthermore, we have reliability and integrity. Databases integrate data from many sources, and user expect DBMS to provide access to the data in a reliable way. Reliability means that the software runs for a long period of time without failing. One thing, no absolute control. No control can prevent an authorized user from inadvertently entering an acceptable incorrect value. Okay. Database concern about reliability and integrity can be viewed from three perspectives: database integrity, element integrity, and element accuracy. Okay, and this is the summary. So for this lecture, okay, so maybe we have it's very baseline lecture. Okay, it's only 8-minute lecture. So let me share our last lecture. Okay, so this one is our lecture 13, security, law, and legal issues. Okay, so these are the outline: protecting programs and data, information and the law, right of employee and employers, redress the software failures, crime and ethical issues. Okay, so why we need to study legal computer law? We have three different motivation. One is to know what protection the law provides for a computer and data, to appreciate laws that protect the right of others with respect to computers, programs, and data, and then to understand existing law as basis for recommending new laws to protect computers, data, and people. Okay, so these are the three motivation. So these are some terminologies. Computer security, as the name indicate, is the protection of the information and physical assets. The same in lecture 1. Then we have law, enable desired behavior and prohibit undesired behavior. Okay. The speed of advancement in the information system world is much greater in the legal system of compromise and lawmaking. Law will never satisfy everyone, but it does outline the rules. So these are some definition. So these are some law. We have Digital Signature Act, okay, Regulation, Computer Crime Act, Telemedicine Act, okay, Communication and Multimedia, MCMC, and then we have copyright. Okay. Protecting programs and data. So we have copyright. Copyright, what does copyright means? Designed to protect expression of ideas. Okay, way of expression. This is copyright protect intellectual property. We call this IPR, intellectual property right. IP must be original work in some tangible medium of expression. Okay. Then we have patenting. Okay, it's the expression of idea. It's a tangible object, just like FIP prototype. Okay, that is, we can go for patenting, but still for PhD ideas, that is copyright. Okay, Protected entity must be novel and non-obvious. The first inventor who obtained patent gets his invention protected against get a patent infringement. Okay. This one is three. Then we have trade secret, information that provide competitive edge over others. Okay, that's trade secret. Information that have value only if kept secret. Okay. Reverse engineering used to uncover trade secret is legal. Okay. So this one is table, matrix table. We have copyright, patent, and trade secret. So these are the metrics. We can see that's protected object made public, must distribute, ease of filing, duration, and legal protection. For copyright, we have these are the definition. Expression of idea, not idea itself. It's expression of idea. Invention, way something work, must be tangible. It's a secret, competitive advantage. Protected object made public, yes. Design file at patent office, cannot be public. Must distribute, copyright can, no. Sorry. And then ease of filing, very easy. Normally for Unimas, yes, we pay only 200 ringgit, we can get copyright. For patent, very complicated and specialized lawyer suggested. And then if you patent, you have to go through several questions and you have to keep in touch with them. And no filing, trade secret is kept secret. Duration, 70 years, 95 years, for life plus 70 years. Patent, 19 years to 21 years and indefinite. In legal protection, sue if unauthorized copy sold. Sue if invention copied. Sue if secret improperly obtained. Okay. Then we have characteristics of information as an object of value. Okay, so these are the. It's look like for law it become as an object. Okay, can be replicated. Often value is often time dependent. Okay, can be transformed intangibly. Okay, legal issues for information. Okay, we have information commerce, electronic publishing, protecting data in database. Okay, e-commerce, copyright, patent, trade secrets covers some protection need. Remaining protection need can use law mechanism discussed below. Okay, rights of employee and employers. Ownership rights are computer security issues. Ownership issues in employer relation. Yeah, most of the time during our research, this is a main issue. If we have collaboration between two different universities, say I'm the author, I'm the designer, and the other party is co-author, so we may have ownership issue because 40% they contribute, 60% maybe I contribute, or 50-50%. So we have ownership issues. Ownership of product, ownership of patents, ownership of copyrights, rights of employees. Trade secret protection. So concern with protecting secrecy and integrity of work produced by employees of an employer. Okay. Product ideas, invention developed by employee after hours might still be owned by her employer. Okay. Okay. So types of employment has ownership consequences. Okay. Work for hire, employment contract, okay, licenses, all work done by employees owned by employer. Okay. Okay. All work done by employee is owned by the employer. Same if we have PhD students or FIP, so the work is owned by not only the supervisor, but also the employer. Okay, so we have to submit to, just like for us, we have to submit to LT everything. Okay, employment contract, just like me, often spell out ownership right. Okay, is it yours or it's mine? Okay. Often include agreement not to compete for some time after termination. So it's It's become in our agreement that just for PhD, supervisor have to sign agreement with Unimas that all the data with PhD is belong to Unimas, not the supervisor. Licenses, programmer or retain full ownership of developed software, okay, granted for a fee. There are two main concerns here: software quality, reporting software flaws. Okay, software quality, is it correct or not? If not correct, ask for refund, replacement, fixing. Okay, so this one is a real-time scenario. Or if cannot, refund possibly. Replacement if this copy damaged or improved in the meantime, so go for replacement. Rarely legally enforced, instead monetary award for damages. Okay, so if you go to court, they can ask you few things. If something issues with the software quality, okay, they will ask is it correct or not. So if not, ask for refund, then go for, if cannot, replace, cannot, then fix it. Correctness of software difficult to define and enforce legally. Okay, we have to do a lot of testing. Then we can say if the software is correct. Individual can rarely sue a major software vendor. Okay, for second issue, reporting software flaws. Should we share software weaknesses info? We have, it's a trade-off. Okay, both pros and cons. Vendor interest, vendors don't want to react to individual flaws. Okay, prefer bundle of number of flaws fixes. Okay, user interest would like to have a fixes quickly. This is what we need. Responsible vulnerability reporting, how to report vulnerability info responsibly. Okay, first notify the vendor, give vendor a few weeks to fix. If vendor delay fixes, ask coordinator for help. So these are the coordinator, computer emergency response center. Okay, quality software is the real solution. The word does no need faster patches. It need better software. Yeah, if we are designers, so go for this one. Otherwise, we have to, as a user, so these are the things we have to face better. Okay, for computer crime, separate category for computer crime is needed because special laws are needed for computer crime CCA. Need to deal with new rules of property for computer crime. Bits of info are more considered property. Very small info, even the password, the first few characters. See, it's a very bit of info. New rules of evidence for CC, hard to prove authenticity of evidence for computer crime, easy to change. Value of integrity and confidentiality / privacy. Value of privacy is not recognized by several federal state laws. Okay. Value of data, could understand value of data better. Acceptance of computer terminology. Law lags behind technology in acceptance of new terminologies. Okay, if you go to law, you talk about, I use this using blockchain and IoT and this, so the laws, they don't have anything for us. So difficulty of defining computer crime. Legal community is slow in accommodating advances in computing. Okay? Because their qualification is totally different. Okay, if someone is pure expert in their technology, so I think there is a gap between these two community. Law change is cautious, conservative by nature. Okay, difficulty of prosecuting CC. Reason, lack of understanding, lack of physical evidence, lack of recognition of assets, lack of political impact, complexity of CC cases, lenient treatment of juveniles committing. It's a problem with committing CC. For example, okay, these are the example. Okay, 1974. Electronic Communication Privacy Act, protect against wiretapping. Exceptions, court order, ISP. Okay, so this one is literature review. Okay. International CC laws, 1994. European Union Data Protection Act, restricted internet contents. Okay. China. Okay. Why computer criminals are hard to catch? Multinational activity. Okay, multinational complexity. Yeah, this one is for even most of the hackers, because now it's a global village. So normally the hackers don't reside within the regional premises. Okay? Sometimes if in Malaysia, if we have some activity here, the attacker might be somewhere in KL or usually beyond the borders. Okay? Law is not precise. Problem with computer object value privacy. Cryptography challenges, controls on its use internally, allow government to track illegal activities and for export. Free speech issues, restricting. Government wanted key escrows. Okay, so this one is okay. Privacy, identity theft, the most serious crime against privacy, threats to privacy, aggregation and data mining, poor system security, then government threats. Government has a lot of people, most private data, taxes, homeland security, etc. People's privacy versus homeland security concern. Okay, the internet versus privacy threat, corporate rights and private businesses, privacy for sale, many traps. Okay, then control for protecting privacy. We have authentication, anonymity, pseudonymity, and legal privacy control. So these are not limited, because nowadays we have so many research for privacy preservation. Okay. Then these are the optional, some laws. Okay. Then these are the ethics, law versus ethics. Law alone cannot restrict human behavior. So after this sentence, we can feel that it's go for ethics. Ethics, morals are sufficient self-control for most people, contrast to law and ethics. So you see, there's a future is trust. If we have say 110 students, suppose example, we trust each other, we have ethical relationship, no need to hide something among us, this family, small family. Yeah? Okay, these are the optional characteristics of ethics. Ethics is not a religion. Ethical principles are not universal. Okay, system of ethics, consequences based. Do what result in greatest good, least harm. Egoism, utilitarianism, rule based. Do what is prescribed by certain universal, self-evident natural rules of proper conduct. For so many things, for ethical, for religion, so many mechanisms to be ethical. From even rule based, there's a lot of mechanism to be ethical. Okay, so okay, this one is purely literature review slides. Okay. Okay, for today we have last three lectures. These are the literature review slides. Okay, normally for final exam we may have some MCQs, okay, or some short questions answers from here, maybe from this table. Okay, differentiate between or something, patenting, trade secret. Everything will be from the slides and the tutorials. Okay, so okay, I think we finished for today. Okay, so later I will upload my study guideline. So anything we can discuss in WhatsApp group. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.